Hello YouTube, Tim here. This is my jig in progress. We've got 3 pieces of oak that I cut out. You can see I drew the profile of one of my Siyahs right here on it. So what I did is I cut out 2 like so, and then I cut out 1 like that for the bottom piece. That goes in between. So you sandwich it just like that. Actually, let me flip these around and you'll see why in a second. And then I'm going to force the PVC into there. And here, you see a line from here to there. Right? I took a plane. This is it's called a pocket plane, I think Stanley makes them. And took off the edge there to help form the caisson. So with any luck, this will work. If not, I'll adjust. But to get it started, we've got to go like this. I'm going to eventually screw them together so I can unscrew and adjust until I'm satisfied with the results. But that's the basic idea right there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and I like it. So now, this one's already done. I wanted to make sure it would work and that the plane would take it off pretty easily, and I'm impressed. That wasn't too hard. It's a lot easier than making Siyahs because you're just working on a flat surface, especially at the angle of a flat surface into the edge. So this takes off material really rapidly. On a Siyah, oh man, especially when you're doing it on the flat side, trying to taper the whole thing, that's a pain in the butt. There are better tools for it. So let's just go ahead and try and take that off. So right now we need to take off more material in the back than in the front. So I'm just going to hold it. Let's see, make sure you guys can see. I'm going to work it like so. I like to do it over on the edge like this. I guess I'll move the camera. There we go. Okay, now I can be more comfortable. Again, taking off this edge. Let's see what angle we were going at on this side. It's a good 45-degree angle, and on this side we're going to try and do the same. Now constantly just checking to make sure I'm not going past the line, just up to the line. Once you got this end started, it's pretty easy just to bring the whole thing in line, rather, you know what I mean, is since this side has to be filed down more than this side, it's a little hard to get started, but once you do, I'll take one long stroke and then shorter strokes towards the tip until you finally start to dig in at that end. Once that happens, then you can just do it flat, and that works pretty well. Okay, we're good all the way through, just the very end needs a little bit more taken off. Sorry about that. That looks great. So now here they are together. You can see the angle's not exactly the same. This one needs a little bit more taken off down there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just increase the angle. Let's see how that matches now. Still a little bit more needs to be taken off, but not bad. We're getting there. Now it's also a little bit rounded, but we'll take care of that. That's very good. Very close. A little bit more. Likewise, just a tiny bit more. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. You can see it's very, very, very close. And honestly, the PVC isn't going to take the shape perfectly, so that's probably just fine. But, just for good measure, I know I need to take a tiny, tiny bit off right there. This is just helping me ensure that I got it totally flat. Looks great. Okay. So now I'm going to drill holes and screw it all together. Right like so, and like so. The top may need to be trimmed. I may need to reduce the height of this. I'm not sure yet, since I haven't used it. I have no idea what the result's going to be like until I screw it together, make a tip, make a bow tip. I'll also need to make a jig, another little board or something to fit, to compress it down in here and in the top. I also feel this isn't going to produce a slightly curved caisson like I want. If I wanted to do that, what I'd have to do is curve this material a little bit more, no problem, and then likewise here. Just follow a slight arc throughout the caisson, which would be traditional. The caisson should be very slightly curved. But on the whole, very good. This is a great start, and I'm looking very, very much forward to giving this a try. So there it is. I think you get the basic idea of what I'm trying to do. I'm sure at this point, anybody out there who's handier than I am, which is really not requiring very much of you, you can probably do a much better job than I've already done. And I hope you not only enjoyed seeing this, but it gives you good ideas and inspires you to try and create something really awesome. If you do, show me. I'd love to see what you guys do. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your subscription. Thank you, YouTube.